Welcome to Success Through Education, a salute to Hispanic excellence, with your hosts, Paul Rodriguez, Rachel Dicotin, and special guest star, Edward James Olmos, featuring musical guests, Kid Frost and Sweet Sensation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Rodriguez.
Hola! Hello! How are you? How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to sing a couple of my hits. What I'd like to do now is just have the camera show my cummerbund here, because that's the only way I could write it off under the IRS rules. Hey, I'm using it for show business, huh? Well, I want to wish you all a very happy evening. I'm glad you've all joined us. Welcome. Tonight we proudly honor men and women who have followed the path of education to achieve excellence in their respective fields. Their stories will warm your hearts and make you very proud. They're Hispanic, they're Latino, they're Chicano, Mexicano, Cubano, Spanish, Puerto Rican, Colombian, Salvadoreños, and if I missed anybody, include yourself. But no matter what they or ourselves call each other, we do come from a culture that's rich with history, beauty, talent, and a very, very proud heritage. Tonight, we honor some of the best and brightest Hispanic Americans our country has to offer. They have met the challenge of integrating professional achievement with community involvement. Each is an exemplary role model for us all and an inspiration to our youth. Education, hard work, and determination earned them their success. They've proven that no matter who you are or where you may come from, you can achieve anything you want. Now please, help me welcome the lovely, talented actress, Miss Rachel Dicotin, and our special guest star, the multi-award-winning actor who has used his great talents to renew, I think he wrote this, respect in our country for education and for teaching professionals, the main vato himself, Orale, Edward James Olmos.
The annual Success Through Education Conference provides minority students, engineers, and scientists and educators the chance to exchange ideas and meet with leaders from industry and government.
It's an exciting 3 days when students and professionals from across the nation participate in seminars, personal development workshops, exhibits, career fairs, and this evening's salute to Hispanic excellence, Success Through Education.
High technology has revolutionized the music industry. And here to entertain us with their state-of-the-art sounds and electrifying moves is the dynamic pop group Sweet Sensation.
That I don't feel love. What I feel for you is real love. You know the times I see reflected or hurt, scorned, rejected. Love child, never meant to be. Love child, born in poverty. Love child, never meant to be. Love child, take a look at me. Start of my life in an old cold run-down tenement sun. My father left, he never even married mom. I shared the guilt my mama knew, so afraid that others knew I had no it. Love child. Love child. Oh. Love child, woo, never meant to be. Love child, society. Love child, always second best. Love child, different from the rest. Love child, never quite as good. Afraid, ashamed, misunderstood. Love child, always love you. I'll always love just you.
Take a ride down the road of life. See the people who do the driving. Make a turn up the path of hope. Join the people who keep on driving.
At General Motors, we believe supporting the people who buy our cars and trucks is good business.
General Motors, we never forget who's driving.
We take care of it as though it were our home, because it is.
Hi, I'm Lee Trevino. I'm very proud to be the first spokesman that Motorola has ever had. You know, I've been playing golf for an awfully long time. It doesn't make any difference what you take up, whether it's working a computer, building a telephone, playing golf. The quality has to be there. The durability has to be there. And the people that are making this telephone, they've got to be proud of what they're doing. You know what I'm proud of most of all? Is it's made in the good old USA.
At Hughes, we're proud to salute our more than 800 Hispanic engineers for what they've achieved and what they've given to the engineering community.
Hughes has given me the opportunity to make a real contribution.
Working with the best on breakthrough technology, it's a challenge I welcome every day.
Supporting scholarships for many Hispanics, that's the sort of work Hughes does in our community.
Working together, we're developing our greatest resources.
This profile in Hispanic excellence has been brought to you by the Mobil Corporation.
Recipient of the 1989 Hispanic Engineer of the Year Award, retired Rear Admiral Benjamin Montoya was top civil engineer for the U.S. Navy. He reached the highest naval position as Commander of Naval Facilities Engineering. 30 years identifies Montoya as an officer, engineer, lawyer, and environmentalist. His technical expertise and leadership offer significant contributions to the Navy and our country. He also encourages our youth to stay in school and prepare for a technical career.
Currently, Vice President for Pacific Gas and Electric in Sacramento, California, he credits his parents for teaching him to value education and hard work. Montoya believes hearing Hispanic names associated with professional and academic achievements will motivate our youth.
Welcome back. Here to explain how the nominees are selected is the popular television host of WNBC TV's Visiones, Mr. Rafael Piroman.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening, celebrating Hispanic excellence. The nominees are reviewed by a selection committee comprised of representatives from industry, education, government, and of course, the Hispanic community. The committee presents its recommendations to a subcommittee that makes the final decisions. It looks for role models, pioneers, people who persevere and who can motivate our youth to seek out higher education as the most viable path to personal and professional success. And that's it. Thank you, Paul.
Hey, very well done, Rafael. Thank you. This evening's first category is Most Promising Engineer or Scientist. A recipient must have less than 5 years work experience and must demonstrate tremendous potential for future contributions to his field. To salute our honoree are Edward Olmos and Dr. Malcolm Curry, Chief Executive Officer of Hughes Aircraft Company.
His dream was always to be an engineer.
And in just a short time, his engineering skills have become an invaluable asset at Hughes Aircraft.
In high school, Ray Barcelo decided that he wanted to be an electrical engineer, and he took the path to accomplish that goal. He graduated class valedictorian, was named an AT&T Bell Laboratories Engineer Scholar, and earned the distinction of National Merit Scholar and National Hispanic Scholar. Quite an accomplishment for a young Mexican who entered 5th grade knowing very little English. He majored in electrical engineering at Loyola Marymount University while working summer months at Bell Labs. At his college commencement, he received the Outstanding Graduate Award. He also received a graduate fellowship from Hughes Aircraft Company and went on to earn his master's degree in electrical engineering. Ray is currently a member of the technical staff at Hughes. He's part of a team redesigning the F-14 fighter plane radar and working to someday replace the Patriot missiles. One of his many contributions to the world of technology was the design of the Delco Portable Signal Characterizer for Delco Electronics Corporation. This was a spectrum analyzer used to test car stereos for General Motors. His engineering skills and talent helped make Hughes Aircraft a leader in technology. Ray credits his success to his family's constant support of his goals. He also feels strongly that young Hispanics should be encouraged to be goal-oriented. A bright young leader in the world of technology, Ray Barcelo feels that it is the moral responsibility of everyone who has achieved any degree of success to in turn help those who follow them.
We proudly salute Mr. Ray Barcelo, Most Promising Engineer.
My deepest gratitude goes to my parents and family whose help and support have made me who I am today. And to the future generations of scientists and engineers in America, I can tell you from experience that hard work and good grades really pay off. Thank you.
For outstanding student leadership, our honoree must be an undergraduate or a graduate who through example and leadership promotes science, education, and self-reliance. To present our student winner, Edward and the Honorable Stella Guerra, Assistant Secretary of Territorial and International Affairs, U.S. Department of the Interior.
Through her determination and courage, she has become a leader among her fellow students.
And she is destined to lead our nation into a challenging new century.
Gabriela Gonzalez made up her mind at a young age to make something of herself so that she could provide for her family's future. Well, at the rate she's going, she will do that and more. Gabriela is a giving person, a bright young star in our community who works unselfishly to promote the welfare of young students. Her tireless efforts have paid off. This year, she has been selected as one of the outstanding young women of America. In her native Mexico, Gabriela showed promise as a scholar when she was very young. She won first place for academic achievement in the 6th grade. Her mother moved the family to Texas after she divorced. They started from scratch. Her mother worked to provide for her 6 children, and Gabriela says they were content with each other. Because of a language barrier, she had a difficult time when she first entered the Texas school system. When her family relocated to Bellingham, Washington, Gabriela was determined to excel in speaking, writing, and reading skills. She was soon qualified for the English Honors Program in high school. Gabriela exemplified great strength when she took odd jobs to help support her family when her mother suffered a broken neck in an auto accident. Nevertheless, she graduated with honors and is now pursuing a degree in electrical engineering at the University of Washington. She is a member of the Students' Chapter of the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. She has held internships and jobs at IBM, MIT, and Jet Propulsion Labs. Gabriela Gonzalez is one of those students who is destined for bigger and greater things.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and very proud to honor Ms. Gabriela Gonzalez, outstanding student leadership.
Thank you very much. I'd like to begin by thanking my family, in particular my mother. And tonight, I'd also like to salute every student in the audience and across the country, for they are the ones who can and will make a difference. And I will encourage them to continue to look far and high, as that is the way that we will positively influence those following in our footsteps. Thank you and buenas noches.
This portion of Success Through Education, a salute to Hispanic excellence, has been brought to you by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
At Hughes, we know our strength as a community lies in nurturing young minds. So we've taken the lead, working with a largely Hispanic school, guiding students in math and science, and teachers, even designing curricula. And as students get a glimpse of the possibilities in their future, schools can begin to make those dreams a reality. Working together, we're developing minds through mentors.
This profile in Hispanic excellence has been brought to you by the Mobile Corporation.
When Jaime Escalante began teaching mathematics at Garfield High School in East Los Angeles, he surpassed the drawbacks associated with inner-city schools. He worked hard to change the math department and implemented an advanced placement calculus course. These efforts led several students to rank among top math students nationally. When the Educational Testing Service suggested some had cheated, they took the exam and passed it again. This success generated national publicity and led to a movie called Stand and Deliver. Jaime has inspired countless Hispanic students through his award-winning educational PBS series called Futures. As a teacher, he instilled discipline and self-worth in students, and in turn, they moved mountains.
Welcome back. Nominees in our next category, the Pioneer Award, must be individuals who have opened doors for others by becoming the first member of their ethnic group or gender to excel in a new arena. here are Rachel Ticotin and Mr. Jim Sullivan, Vice Chairman of the Board of Chevron Corporation.
Early in her career, this pioneering woman dared to venture where no Hispanic woman had ever been.
Linda Garcia Cubero is a true pioneer in every sense of the expression. She's an inspiration to all Hispanics, especially to our women. In 1976, Linda made history. She was one of 155 young women to enter the first class ever admitting women into the United States Air Force Academy. Linda was no stranger to military life. Her father was an Air Force pilot, so she learned early on the rigors and pains associated with the military. In 1980, she made history again. She was the first and only Latina to graduate from any service academy. She obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in political science, a minor in engineering, and her parachute wings. Linda spent 7 years on active duty in the Air Force, working at the Pentagon as an air intelligence officer, where she analyzed intelligence data on political military activities in Latin America. One of her proudest contributions was her supervision in the development of a U.S. commemorative stamp honoring Hispanics in America's defense. The stamp was unveiled by President Reagan at the White House in 1984. Linda joined General Electric Aerospace in 1987, where she is currently a senior systems engineer responsible for testing and evaluating software and hardware technology. She has a superior understanding of the system, which leads others to consult her when they have difficulties. Her technical skills have had a major impact on some of GE's most critical operations programs. The days are long, the hours are odd, the demands are great. Yet she's a devoted wife, a loving mother, and a crusader with a passionate commitment to our youth. Linda Garcia Cubero, truly a pioneer and a unique role model for today's youth.
Thank you, my family, for your wonderful support throughout my career, especially you, Mom and Dad. To our youth, good grades, hard work, ambition, oh, they're worth it. Please, stay in school. Thank you, and God bless you all.
We now present professional achievement in government. This honor is presented to a person who holds a Bachelor of Science degree or higher, has worked professionally for more than 5 years for federal, state, or local government, and has made significant contributions to his field. Joining Rachel to make this presentation is Lieutenant General Henry Hatch, Commanding General, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
From humble beginnings to an accomplished career as an architect for the Army and Air Force.
Nobody does it better when it comes to designing state-of-the-art medical and dental facilities.
Manuel Peñalver grew up in the barrios of San Antonio, Texas, and was the first in his family to complete college, earning a Bachelor's of Architecture degree from the University of Texas. He was accepted in the U.S. Army Engineering Officer Candidate School, and in 1967 he received his officer's commission and 3 years later attained the rank of captain. In Vietnam, he managed the design of single structures to entire self-contained military bases and was awarded the Bronze Star for meritorious service. In 1970, he resigned his commission for a civilian career, supervising the design and construction of several major dental and medical schools. Currently, as project manager at headquarters, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, he's the design authority on multi-million-dollar Army and Air Force medical dental projects worldwide. He manages the Fort Bragg Army Medical Center and Brooke Army Medical Center, the largest medical facility ever undertaken by the Department of Defense. He's the first project manager to ever be assigned 2 such monumental projects. Manuel's audacious achievements place him on the cutting edge of new designs for medical facilities that will improve care to patients in the Army and Air Force medical system.
This award is both an honor and an achievement that can be attributed not just to determination, but also to the challenges and confidence of superiors and colleagues. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Like our last recipient, the winner in our next category, professional achievement, is an individual who has worked professionally for more than 5 years and is nationally or internationally recognized as a leader in his field. Now joining Rachel to salute our winner is Mr. Alan Monahan, Corporate Vice President of the Xerox Corporation.
Our honoree has had a distinguished career in the aerospace industry for over 30 years.
His leadership and contributions in the aerospace industry have helped America maintain its leadership position in the world.
In his 36 years in the aerospace industry, George Diaz has faced tremendous challenges, but he has masterfully met them all and is a prominent leader. Born in Mexico, George grew up around the rich minerals of a mining center. His father died when he was just a boy, and it was his mother who made provision for his education. Interested in science, he was accepted to medical school, but later switched his major. He obtained a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering and a master's in metallurgy. His reputation as a thorough professional accompanies his several aerospace accomplishments. Early in his career, he worked for North American Aviation in the Missile Division. George advanced to management when the company became Rockwell International. He played a key role in research regarding the Apollo 13 spacecraft explosion. Later, he became a vice president for engineering for the redesign effort after the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. He was also instrumental in the successful flight of Discovery in 1988. Diaz has joined Northrop as vice president of engineering to oversee their B-2 advanced technology bomber, the most advanced warplane in the world. His leadership resulted in the B-2's most successful test flight ever. Diaz merits many honors that highlight his support for school and community educational programs. A devoted family man, an accomplished engineer, a positive role model for our youth, George believes how you treat others can make a difference. And he has made a difference in our community and in this nation's quest to conquer space.
Education, initiative, integrity, and total commitment are the most important factors to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves.
This portion of Success Through Education, a salute to Hispanic excellence, has been brought to you by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
People love the convenience of fax machines. What most of us don't like are funny paper faxes that curl up and are hard to read. That's why Xerox makes more kinds of plain paper fax machines than anyone else, for documents that are easy to read and a pleasure to handle, because they're on good old plain paper. Plain paper fax machines from Xerox, the way to put it together.
Putting it together.
Faxing, scanning, copying, printing. Xerox, the document company.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the main man, Kid Frost.
Blood spilled on the street top as another revolver goes pop. And a little Jabalillo at the age of 15, his heart stopped. Now look at the little vato, who thought he was a sly little gato. Burnt his 9 lots quick, But what did you expect? He was running his life at full throttle. And the same exact mess is going on across town. Another little cholo is claiming that he's down. So tonight his boys are gonna do a drive-by under a full moon, a groove, and tune a gangsta lullaby. And the bullets fly from the UZI. Why? How many Chicanos gotta die? Man, I call it for no more. Hey, yo, rich man, tell him.
Tell me why, why can't we live together?
No more wars.
Tell me why, all we need, just a little bit of peace in this world, yeah.
Boulevard, cruising in my car, and rolling by is a funeral procession. We're killing off our own race, and at the same time you talk about progression. Well, here's another lesson, that the Smith & Wesson has got all kinds of homicide detectives guessing. I don't talk to the narcos, I didn't see nothing, and so I step in the Clarkos. Being a rap will get you served the queso, and all of the homeboys will be out to get you. There's rules in the street, we all must go by, or end up with a short stick quick in a drive-by. The trigger was squeezed, the rat ate cheese. It all went down under a hot summer breeze. Temperature 99.1, a young Chicano dies under the gun. Hey man, what's it all for? No more wars, no more. Tell him, Rich.
Tell me why, why.
No more wars.
Why can't we live together?
Why can't we live together, Rasa?
No more wars.
Yo, cause all we need is a little bit of peace, right? Can I see the peace sign in the air now, right?
No more wars, no more wars. No more wars.
No more wars.
Tell me why. All the homies
lyric clip
are killing each other.
Listen, Cisco was a cholo from East LA, portrayed the image of a gangster all the way. And just to be down with all his tights, he used to get high each and every night. Hang out on the corner behind the tracks, slinging them big old endo sacks, and rolling in the Riviera. And everybody knew of Cisco's Tierra. One day some fools decided to roll up, give up the cash. Are we gonna go upside your head? Cisco pulled out a squat and shot one of the vatos dead. And now it's on the front page. I guess it's true what they say, that the whole world is just a stage set in a concrete arena. Crash bust in and that made Cisco meaner. Yo, I don't know what possessed you to wanna shoot at the police when they came to arrest you. It was like you was tripping off acid, blam, 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 and yo, you kept blasting. And the Hooter started acting like a gang, and Crash was out to bust him back. Is this the life that you're looking for? No more wars, no more. Tell him, D.
Tell me why.
It's about being positive in a negative environment. Check it.
No more wars.
No more wars.
All
no
we
more
need,
wars.
just a little bit of peace.
Just a little
in
bit.
this world, yeah. Everybody wants to live together. Why can't we live together?
Why can't we live together?
Tell me why.
Y'all need to think about this.
Too many brothers dying,
and too many mothers are out there crying. When we gonna learn?
When will we ever learn?
Yeah, we need to have a little peace in this world. No more wars.
No more wars. No more wars.
Yeah. Check it. Peace.
Our next award goes to the Outstanding College Professor. This award goes to an individual who has earned the respect of both his colleagues and the students through his professional accomplishments and his dedication. To present our honoree, Edward and the president of the Saturn Corporation, Mr. Skip LaFoe.
Our honoree is a dedicated and committed scientist.
And a passionate crusader for promoting higher education for his Hispanic students.
Dr. Eloy Rodriguez is a professor of phytochemistry cell biology at University of California, Irvine. Much of his time goes to researching the hazards and benefits of Mother Nature. Dr. Rodriguez has a sincere desire to find new medication through plants that might be effective in fighting viruses and bacteria. He's a dedicated and committed scientist whose research has taken him into the jungles of Africa and Mexican deserts to study the medicinal values plants may have in treating parasitic diseases on humans and animals. He's proud to tell young Chicanos and Latinos that many drugs used today were discovered in herbal form by their ancestors, the Aztecs. One of 4 children, Eloy grew up in a poor family in southern Texas. A counselor in high school urged him to go to a technical school, but he entered the University of Texas and studied zoology. As a graduate student, his research led to several publications and earned him a Ford Foundation Graduate Fellowship. It caught the eye of recruiters from University of California, Irvine, and the rest is history. Among his peers, Dr. Rodriguez is possibly the most productive and dynamic of Latino scientist educators in the United States. Dr. Eloy Rodriguez embodies the ideal academic, one who does research, teaches, and provides service to society. He's a true pioneer who has touched many in his unselfish effort and undying commitment.
I want to thank HINEC and SACNAS, 2 superb scientific societies that are for Latinos, Chicanos. I also want to thank La Familia Chicana that has inspired me to do the best that I can for our children. And I also want to thank my colleagues, mis colegas, not only in California, but throughout the nation. And last, but not least, the students, for they are really the ones that inspire me and other professors to work and to do the best that we can.
I want them to have a good time.
To me, safety's keeping out of an accident.
But I just want them safe.
You know when you slam on the brakes and the car all of a sudden has a mind of its own? With these GM anti-lock brakes, you can stop on a dime and steer while you're doing it.
You know, he's only 16.
We think quality starts with safety. That's why we have more models with anti-lock brakes than anybody else in the world.
GM safety. It's not one thing, it's everything.
This profile in Hispanic excellence has been brought to you by the Mobil Corporation.
Larry Morata, recipient of the 1990 Hispanic Engineer of the Year Award, has built a distinguished 30-year career in the space industry. While in the Navy, he trained for technical electronics and earned his undergraduate and graduate degrees in engineering. At age 26, he joined McDonnell Douglas to help design space technology for NASA. Over the past 3 decades, he has led wide-range design and production of systems like Skylab and the Space Shuttle. As Vice President of McDonnell Douglas Space System, he's been chosen Deputy Project Manager for NASA's Space Station Freedom Project. Larry's parents instilled in him pride, desire, and a hard work ethic. He passes the same along to our youth as the ingredients for success.
Recognition and affirmative action is presented to an individual who has successfully demonstrated that his efforts have made a difference in his organization's approach to Hispanic advancement in education, job promotion, and business development and community activities. To present the honoree in the affirmative action, Rachel Ticotin and Mr. James Norling, President and General Manager of Semiconductor Product Sector, this guy has too many jobs, Motorola Corporation.
The man that we honor here this evening has given his time and energy for many years to increase the number of Hispanic engineers at Motorola.
He's also invested his personal time in community and educational initiatives, increasing awareness of the opportunities, assistance, and support available to Hispanic students.
There is a cultural revolution happening within the Motorola Corporation in Mesa, Arizona, and Jess Diaz is the man responsible for it. Not only is Jess an excellent engineer, but his efforts in affirmative action have been instrumental in helping to build, solidify, and institutionalize a move toward a more diverse workforce at Motorola. Jess has built the Minority Liaison Program for on-campus and community relations. His efforts have resulted in the hiring of 33% minority engineers in 1990 and 35% in 1991 into Motorola's prestigious engineering rotation program. Now, in turn, these young engineers, through Jess's involvement, go out to area schools to encourage minority students to consider careers in science and engineering. Jess's commitment to affirmative action and community service led to Motorola becoming the primary platinum sponsor of the 1992 Society of Hispanic and Professional Engineers Career Conference, and to the moving of the conference into a rotational schedule nationwide. Jess Diaz strives to educate our youth about the resources available to help them excel.
Mr. Jess Diaz.
Well, was this great or what? I want to share this with all my fellow Motorolans. Everybody contributed to this thing. My thanks go to HENAC for the award, to my family for supporting me in all my personal endeavors, and to Motorola for allowing me to be part of a process that's going on now that will change the workforce philosophy. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Jess! And he's still a vato. He's a very talented man. For outstanding technical contribution, the winner in this category must have designed, developed, managed, or assisted in the development of a product, service, system, or intellectual property. That's a lot of requirements, huh? That is a substantial achievement in his field. To present our winner in outstanding technical contributions, Ms. Ticotin and Mr. Donald Leonard, Vice President of AT&T Bell Laboratories.
He was one of a few engineers who took fiber optics from its infancy as a laboratory idea to a commercial application.
And today he's recognized worldwide for his contributions in the field of fiber optic cable design.
Manuel Santana is internationally recognized as an authority on fiber optic cable design. His work in this field has literally changed the way the world communicates. Co-author of a book on optical fiber communications, Santana holds 8 patents in the field of fiber optics. This is quite an accomplishment for a man whose parents sent him alone to Miami to flee communism in Cuba when he was only 17. How good was Manuel's high school education? He graduated valedictorian of his engineering class. Coupled with a strong work ethic from his dad, Manuel realized many successes. He worked early in his career to develop a new communication system that would transmit information by means of optical fibers rather than conventional copper wire. His labors brought about the world's first large-scale multi-fiber cable, still used today by AT&T. Currently, as supervisor of development of fiber optic communications cables for Bell Laboratories, he continues to develop new state-of-the-art cable designs for AT&T. Sales of these designs provide several $100 million per year of revenue to AT&T. We saw Manuel's most recent contribution during the Persian Gulf War. It was the tactical fiber optic, a cable used to send the launch signal to the Patriot missile. Along with his work, he believes in and supports affirmative action and development of minority engineers. Manuel Santana stands out among our strongest contributors in technology and for his reaching out to help young Hispanics interested in science and engineering.
To the youth, I would like to tell
that there is no substitute for perseverance. If you persevere, you will gain the prize. Whatever you do, work hard, don't quit, and you will succeed.
Honey, have you seen my cellular phone?
When you leave home,
Honey, is it in my coat pocket?
Motorola durability is one thing
I'm late for my meeting with Bob.
you don't want to leave behind.
Where is that thing? Good boy. Way to go, pal.
So ask for Motorola,
Hello? Bob.
because the way we put them together sets us apart.
Honey, where's my other shoe?
Sometimes when I remember a song that I used to sing with my mother in Mexico, I pick up the phone and I said, Mom, I just heard Caminemos.
Roberto.
It's like we're together again.
Clear digital connections, more than any other company. That's why Roberto Ortega depends on AT&T International Long Distance.
It makes me feel like I never left.
Caminemos. La música, Roberto. Muy bonita.
Celebrate success.
We honor some of the best and brightest.
Celebrate education.
We honor an outstanding engineer.
Celebrate
Everybody wants to live together.
with Paul Rodriguez, Rachel Ticotin, and special guest star Edward James Olmos. Success through education. A salute to Hispanic excellence. Celebrate with Paul Rodriguez, Rachel Ticotin, and Edward James Olmos. A salute to Hispanic excellence. This portion of Success Through Education, a salute to Hispanic excellence, is brought to you by the Mobile Corporation. The following winners were honored earlier this evening. Sonia Esteves Alcolado, Raul Alvarado Jr., Richard Alvidrez, Ernest Camacho, Dr. Manuel Cerejo, Margarita Colmenares, Captain Thomas Jose Contreras, Reynaldo Ortiz, and Ferdinand Rodriguez. The Chevron Corporation, along with our Vice Chairman Jim Sullivan, salutes both Success Through Education and Margarita Colmenares, winner of the 1991 Pioneer Award, as shining examples of achievement and progress in the pursuit of Hispanic excellence. Transportation provided by U.S. Air, the airline that begins with U.
This is one of the best little rest stops in Mississippi. It's a saltwater wetland, the kind of place nature might have made. A good spot to drop in, grab a bite, or just sit a spell. It was made by people who work in the nearby refinery. Do people need to create places so nature can spread its wings? People do.
We take care of it as though it were our home.
This portion of Success Through Education, a salute to Hispanic excellence, is brought to you by the Mobile Corporation.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present a special message from the President of the United States, George Bush.
It's a pleasure to be able to join you today through the wonder of video technology for the third annual Hispanic Engineer Achievement Awards Conference. America's engineers and scientists are leading the way toward new technologies that build our competitiveness abroad and our excellence at home. Tonight's award winners are on the cutting edge of making the American dream a reality for so many others who follow them. Congratulations to each of you. We want to build on your successes and continue to promote the educational and economic advances of all Americans. Our America 2000 initiative will enable Hispanic communities to draw upon their tradition of strong values and hard work as we seek to reinvent American schools. We've all read the heartwarming stories and seen the inspiring results when teachers like Jaime Escalante encourage minority students to explore the fascinating world of math and science. To open that world to even more students, I'm relying on the President's Advisory Commission on Educational Excellence for Hispanic Americans. Its important work will help unleash a revolution in American education and create a new generation of schools. Tonight's award winners are not only some of America's top professionals, you are an important part of our nation's Hispanic America culture, a culture built on love of family and faith in your nation. Your example is a good one for our young people. They can learn much, not only from your accomplishments in engineering, but from your unflagging determination and your vision of a better tomorrow. For that, you have our admiration. Barbara and I send our heartiest congratulations for a job well done. Thank you, and God bless the United States of America.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Paul.
We have met and saluted outstanding professionals and students in a wide array of fields in this evening. However, we are about to honor an individual who merits the awards which symbolize this very event.
Mobile Corporation has been with us from the very beginning as the leading corporate sponsor of the conference, Success Through Education. Eddie?
We are pleased to have Mr. Lucio Noto, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of Mobile Corporation, with us this evening to introduce the recipient of the 1991 Success Through Education Award.
Tonight we've met some highly successful people whose ingenuity and innovation will keep America's economy strong and competitive. Many of them will agree on the importance of role models, people who inspired them when they were starting out. Any successful person makes a good role model, but a great role model is somebody who goes that extra mile to reach out to our youth and give something back to our communities. Please meet one of these great ones.
Antonio Otero has been with General Motors Corporation for more than 25 years. In that span, his leadership has been instrumental in helping General Motors transform outdated manufacturing into the highly productive Buick City. This $350 million automotive assembly center is on a par with any facility in the world. Antonio's engineering expertise radically altered concepts with new computer controls, materials management, and new employee relations that promote teamwork, resulting in General Motors achieving worldwide recognition as a leader in quality. Currently, Antonio directs manufacturing, engineering, and quality for Buick City. His strong organizational work led to the production of two high-quality rated world-class automobiles. The Buick LeSabre and the Oldsmobile 88 have surpassed consumers' expectations. The philosophy of teamwork is very effective in the divisions Antonio oversees, like the process control plant, product data management, vehicle testing, model changes, and a group of engineers for design, process, and supplier. His supervision converted Buick City's paint process plant from solvent-based to waterborne, enhancing the appearance of the vehicle with a sleeker, wetter look, as well as becoming environmentally safer. Antonio's team is credited for Buick's motto, the new symbol for quality in America. Born in Cuba, he came to the United States in 1959. Antonio emphasizes education and inspires others to encourage and develop Hispanic students. Antonio Otero, dedicated, committed to his profession, his community, and our youth.
It is a great honor for me and my family to have received this award. And certainly I want to thank the selection committee and the Hispanic Engineer magazine for selecting me for this award. To my family, to my children, Tony, Henry, Anna, and Emily that are here tonight, to Tim Lee, the manager of Buick City, and to every student that is struggling to get an education, I dedicate this tonight. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Congratulations, Mr. Otero. Come here. Come over here. I want to thank you very much. I love Buicks. Buicks are a todo dar. The reason I like Buicks is that they're easy to break into, thanks to you. Just kidding, it's a joke, hombre, don't get excited. Tonight we proudly honor the achievements of some very talented men and women, leaders in the world of technology and in our communities. Perhaps their stories may have sparked the imagination of our young people. That certainly was our motivation. For them to seek higher education, and as we have witnessed here tonight, the key to success is definitely through education. On behalf of my buddy Edward James Olmos and Rachel Ticotin, we congratulate our honorees and thank you for joining us in this very special presentation. Good night.